Baltimore. Just to Welcome back to the Steady Show. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Enough man follow the show, you know. Yeah, man, brothers. Big me, I say big up to you know. Me play that tune there a while ago for all of the man them who understand. So the struggle is real. More while in a life. When I hit the like button same way. Big up to all of the ladies them same way. Steady family. We're there for talk to now again. Heart of love and appreciation every time. Big up Rhoda. Make sure say on you keep rolling with Rhoda. Big up to all of the JLP ladies them. Listen. From your vote JLP, you feel big up yourself. Big up yourself, you feel big up yourself. For your vote JLP, big up yourself. Big up yourself, you feel big up yourself. And now you say third term, you feel big up yourself. Big up yourself, you feel. Yeah! Steady! Hit the like button right now, family!
We're here in Mount Zion, in the Brandon Hill community, and guess what? Water is finally going to come to this area. Since 1988, the residents here have not had water, and so the government will build a 50,000 gallon tank in Mount Prospect, and the water they're going to be running a 1 kilometer pipeline, and they're going to be connecting the residents next week in Mount Zion who want to become a customer to log on to NWC. And so the pipeline, a 4-inch pipeline, will be running in this community for persons to connect finally since 1988 for water. They say water is life.
Well done, Andrew, Juliet, and JLP. Mount Zion, Brandon Hill. Jam with Juliet. Water is coming since 1988. But it's still not too late. So wait. Soon nobody can touch no gate. Because them not pay the water rate.
So we've been out in the constituency from 5:30 a.m. We've been able to cover quite a number of communities. The general observation is that there is significant damage to utility lines. So the JPS lines, internet lines, cable lines. In some communities, significant damage to houses in terms of the roof. So what we've been doing, we've moved about. A lot of the roads were blocked as well. So members of the community and the NWA all morning, they have been out and about creating access. So a lot of the roads are single lane because the priority now is to at least get access to the community. And of course, after that, the teams will come back out to do full clearance.
You see that Juliet video there a while ago and the Rhoda video, yeah? When you notice, they explain to the residents what is happening. They talk to them, they communicate, and also they do the work. You see how different that is? That when they call up Brown Burke the other day, and Brown Burke look for excuses. This is what you call accountability. Very important. Leaders must be accountable for their stewardship. PNP, them not do work. If anything, they are better at telling lies, which is also a form of accountability. But when you match up them lie to what is truthful, they're really not accountable. Then just cover them backside. Big up Rhoda and Juliet. And all the hard-working ladies. Listen, we said the other day, and we're going to say it again. The ladies are them going to save Jamaica. The ladies on the ground and the ladies in a parliament. The man them, enough time too egotistical. And we put with status before the work. The woman them not stay so. And that's why the woman them are outshine the man them. So, a time for we start serve the people them. The man them, time for to step up to the plate. When we live in a world where the woman them more accountable than the man them, knowing that man love talk about woman not accountable, you know say, we have a serious problem.
Business of the people of Jamaica is serious business. And we have a leader who understands serious business. We have a leader who our labor rights. That time is now. The big date is on the 24th of November. We are going to send a message to 89 Road Road that when we talk about Master God, it is not Master Mark that we're talking about.
Big up Venetia. Yeah. Yo, a powerhouse that ready for take the man anytime. Listen, a Venetia for go up for information minister, or we need her in some key position because she know the wolf them. Thank you, Venetia, for always call them out, always on point. You know we love you already for the steady show. Big up yourself, Venetia Phillips. We know enough labor rights, we've been saying that the JLP not campaigning enough, and that is true. But listen, when you see Andrew go around and him drop message and him make sure say the divisions are in order, and him make sure say things get fixed and the complaints on the ground are being resolved. Just like him said the other day, just know say, after everything sort out, I get ready for call it like them love to say. So, in the meantime, make sure so everybody I do the work. We don't want to see clean up paper. I grab on for opportunity for report on JLP happenings in any kind of negative light or anything like that. Steady family and all Jamaicans, we are praying so that this tropical storm, Raphael, will not hit terribly. Watch out while going towards the northern, the southern parts of Jamaica. Please make sure, say, you're following the JIS, the Prime Minister, to get updates as to what is going on. Please take all the precautions that you can. I'm a priest so that everybody will be safe and that this one will pass over. We really don't want any kind of damage from any kind of storm or anything like that. So we are praying so that this one pass. So steady family and all Jamaicans, please make sure, say, you take the very best precautions that you can. I would just pray so that this goes away. Bless up. So the Observer brought us some information today about Tropical Storm Bunting. This is one of the only storms that every single day that Jamaica wake up, we have to deal with. Him and him friend named Mark Golden. Somebody took time out to talk about Lest We Forget the Dark Days. And this was written by Garfield Higgins in the Observer. By the way, big up DHWR. DHWR, big up yourself. Always sending some real good information. Basically, this article was just talking about the PNP and their old tactics and how enough of what you see them do today, it dates back to 50 years. And it talks about the attacks on the constabulary force by Peter Bunting. The constabulary force also call out the Gleaner for their bad reporting. The Gleaner has been playing politics, I mean, they've lost a lot of money, and deservingly so, because the amount of disservice them do to Jamaica, God don't like ugly, so no deal don't have to deal with. It talk about Michael Manley, talk about all the stuff that we talk about, and how Michael Manley used to vilify the Gleaner, how he used to vilify Perkins and a whole lot of them. It talk about Kenneth McNeil, I believe that's Wickham McNeil's dad, and how them used to say a bag of things, but they basically just pointing out the fact that, the politicians are using the media to their advantage. It talks about how many people who've been higher up in the politics, how they have been a part of the Gleaner. They've been editors, they've been writers, so them always use the newspaper to influence minds, because I think one of the things a lot of Jamaicans don't realize is how much the newspaper shapes the narrative of the simple minds in a Jamaica. People who, when they see and hear a story, which represents most Jamaicans, especially on the PNP side, them just anything them hear, them run with it. And we see it. We see it every single day. Big up to the Observer for just pointing the finger on Bunting for a little while. I'm not going to read a lot of the stuff, but it says, there is something else in Bunting's disparagement which should not escape public scrutiny. In other words, using the media to basically bash and make people look bad. So it's a Bunting is seeking political power at the highest level in this country. With just under a year before the next general election is due, Bunting should be telling the country what future Jamaica will look like with a future PNP administration at the helm. Instead, he used the opportunity to launch unwarranted attacks. This is a greater problem. One does not need a degree in politics to realize when politicians do not have anything developmental to say, they resort to the lowest common denominator, which is attacking people and using the smear campaign. In the past, many Jamaicans were tricked by this non-progressive bait. To keep making the same error is not a mistake. Like noted writer Paul Coelho said, I think a mistake repeated more than once is a decision. Either we alter our decisions or hug the whirlwind. Bunting and gold in a real whirlwind. So good call out. Make sure you read. If you want to get the details of the article, you can, because it's a long article and they went in a lot of things. But I wanted to talk about it to say that we recognize what is going on. I know so the Gleaner for them newspaper already. So the Gleaner will continue to downplay or refuse to report on the foolishness what the PNP are going with, but at least the Observer is fair. We also heard hypocrite Cliff Hughes talking to Warmington earlier on about more or less Warmington and make Gleaner or RJR group look bad. Cliff Hughes being a big hypocrite himself, because Warmington was able to say then no you did say things about PNP and them come bust can by your place. Of course, Cliff Hughes gonna come back and say, we don't know about that. And pretty much, I try to tie up Warmington and try to make Warmington look bad. But listen, enough of our Jamaican journalists, them, and media houses, they are very irresponsible. Are very aware of the fact that enough Jamaicans are not avid readers and they depend and they listen to the news. Just like one of the report pan Wagwan and the entertainment industry. See right now, tropical storm, I come, them listen to no. Or don't know the influence, or don't know different from the artists them that say them music not influence people. It's the same carelessness on really are going with. So I heard it, and me just shake my head and me just say, look at that hypocrite over there talking as if anything that Warmington is saying is a lie. We know every day we call out the Gleaner. And every day we call out phone of media houses them that is stacked with all of these people who are politically aligned. Those are the whole Gleaner RJR group aligned to the PNP. So back in the manly days, we used to vilify the Gleaner. But we change that right now. Manly is the one who planted them wicked, dirty seed in a Jamaica. And up till today, we still deal with it. It is discussed in this article as well. So make sure say you go check it out. I will also put it in my community tab.
For many years, I grew up in Manchester Central. And even as a little girl in primary school and high school, I would have gone to different political meetings and rallies in all of the 4 constituencies. And you know that in the past, the PNP had 3 of the 4 seats in this parish. And when they had 3 or 4, we only had Manayard in Christiana. And all they did year after year, term after term, they sat back and they did nothing to enhance the different constituencies and the parishes. And so, in 2020, for the first time, the Jamaica Labour Party took home 3 of 4 seats. And you know that this parish has never seen so much work before. We never know that someone something could have gone in a Manchester. Okay.
Blaze, when to come and take a look.
People must want good member of parliament.
In Manchester Northwestern, once there is a PNP MP in this constituency, it doom. Yes, Mrs. So. Oh, you never hear, you know, you're good. Me say doom.
You saw the TJ press release today? What? What do you mean? About the $20,000 available through the reverse income tax credit facility for registered taxpayers who earn $3 million or less? You didn't see it? Well, so far, TJ says 74,292 registered taxpayers. Each of them got $20,000 in the last 4 weeks. You know how much money that? $1.495 billion. And it's not done yet. In November, the THL says another 197,292 more registered taxpayers will get their $20,000. You know how much that is? $3.946 billion. Yes, it's legit. So apply now by going to the THA website. Fill out the form. Trust me, the $20,000 will come in handy right before the Christmas. My girl, this is how your government is working for you. This is how your government is caring for you. So make sure you get the $20,000. We'll talk again.
Mr. PNP, if you shut them out with their little bit of money. Because JLP like sweet and we dip it in that honey. Shut your mouth with a little bit. JLP, we are